Hey, what's up guys, 𝐻𝐿𝐤𝐤 here, and welcome to episode 36 of Skilling to Glory, where in today's episode, we're actually building a brand new team once again around some of the untradables we have in our club, including the newly packed Saint-Maximin, which we did in the previous episode. And you can see me in the background buying some new players to make the team complete, including, in my eyes, the best goalkeeper in the game, in form Courtois. But I first off want to start this episode off by saying rest in peace, Diego Maradona. I just heard the most devastating news that another absolutely amazing player that has ever touched the football unfortunately passed away. If you followed the news recently, then you would have known that it didn't really go that well with Maradona, unfortunately. I think he had brain surgery last week or the week before. So, yeah, at the time, I was already kind of shocked that it didn't really go that well with him. And unfortunately, we had the news today that he unfortunately passed. Again, one of the greatest footballers of all time. I've obviously never seen him in real life playing football, but I've seen him once in real life, which was back in 2017 when I went to a preseason match of PSV Eindhoven, which is the team I support in Holland. And yeah, he was there on preseason with one of the teams he coached. I think it was a team in the Chinese Super League or the league below that, I think the second league. But yeah, it was really devastating to hear that news. Obviously, Johan Cruyff passed away, also one of the best football players. But to make the whole package of 2020 complete, with also, of course, the passing of Kobe Bryant, we lose another absolute hero, an absolute legend, in terms of players that put a name for themselves in the sport industry. So yeah, rest in peace, Diego Maradona. But with anyone passing away, we have to move forward, which we're going to be doing with this video as well. So in the background, you were able to see that we purchased some new players, including, as I said, Inform Courtois. Also picked up the basic version, the normal version of Renato Sanchez, which, as you know, is one of the most used players in this year's game, especially his inform and his road to the final version. And we also picked up Eder Militao, which I hadn't used yet this year, and I know is very popular every single year at the start. He was pretty cheap as well, so I picked him up. And we also did some changes to the team in terms of the in-game tactics, the instructions and everything. But that's what the team is looking like. I think a very nice and well-balanced team. We have some skills in the midfield as well with both Aouar and Renato Sanchez. So yeah, looking forward to, I was looking forward to play with this team. Now, yeah, I said as well, I think in the previous episode, that I was going to play some co-op games with a friend of mine. Reason for that was because I needed to complete some of these objectives. Now, I had in mind that I wanted to complete all of them, but yeah, you have to, of course, play co-op with a buddy. And yeah, the friend of mine that I was playing with, Jordy, which I have made several videos of, including a lot of Pro Clubs videos. He was also on my birthday live stream over on Facebook, in case you haven't followed me there yet, fb.gg/𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐤94. It was yeah, it was actually really fun playing some co-op with a friend of mine. As I said, we do play a lot of Pro Clubs as well, so yeah, I had in mind to complete most of the objectives, which were kind of themed around co-op. We had the opportunity to play squad battles and also division rivals, but we obviously decided to play some rivals instead because it's a lot more fun instead of just playing against the AI. Now, I did actually already play some rival games, I think like 5 or something, but that was not on my account. We actually played with my buddy's team, with Jordy's team, which I did record some highlights of as well, but I never included it in the video. But I decided to do it this time because I want to kind of know from you guys if you guys actually want to see more of this stuff often, because this is definitely not the final time we'll be playing some co-op with a friend of mine. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. You can see from the gameplay as well that we were unfortunately only playing against one person, not against another duo. Which I think was down to either my settings or the settings from my opponent. I have to look into it, but yeah, I'm still not fully sure, because I haven't really checked, to be fair, whether or not it was my settings or my opponent's settings, because I'm pretty sure that with rivals you're able to select whether or not you want to play against people that play co-op, which I, for myself anyway, have set to no. So I only play against people which are just one player basically. So yeah, that was something that I noticed, I think, like quite late actually, that we were only playing against one guy. But yeah, you can see we scored some nice goals. My buddy actually almost scored one of those Rainbow Flick to Scorpion shots, but unfortunately kind of messed up. But yeah, you can see in the background that we end up winning the game 5-3, scored some nice goals. And we also completed some objectives, including that turquoise with orange kit. And then we moved on into the next game where we come up against a Premier League team, not the best looking one, 4-3-2-1 formation. And we start off here getting a goal there with Di Maria. Could have gone in straight away, but he moved his goalkeeper there slightly. But then from the rebound, it was the Argentinian nevertheless to get the goal. Then we do concede a goal here as well. I think it was 𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐤𝐿 who got my opponent the 1-1 there. Then we score a really nice finish here with Paulo Dybala. I have to say it again, very good player this year. Only 4-star skills. He's pretty cheap as well, considering he has an 88 rating. And yeah, very fun player to play with. Then this happened. We gave away a penalty. And again, I've said this numerous of times, I don't get what's wrong with referees. There are many situations in this episode where you can see that, again, some absolute bullshit stuff happens. So, yeah, I'm saying this again. I just really hope EA fixes this stuff, because it really ruins the enjoyment of FIFA 21. There are a lot more things which really frustrate me when playing FIFA 21. You probably will know about them if you've watched a lot more episodes of Skill into Glory, if you've obviously watched my streams as well, so you can see it all happening live. But yeah, the way referees go on about certain decisions, it really ruins the factor of actually playing this game and enjoying this game. So I really hope it gets fixed soon enough. So after that, we complete once again another objective, I think, and then we also progressed in our season journey in Season 1. You can see we were still a little bit away of actually reaching our final player, which at the time I was thinking that it was still possible, but being realistic, it actually wasn't, because I think at the time I did like the calculations, which I also said in the previous episode, and I figured that it wasn't going to be easy, or it wasn't even going to be possible at all to reach level 30. So yeah, I still decided to play some more co-op games, because actually I really fun, you know, to play with a friend of mine. Yeah, we jumped into another game. Before that, I think opened a pack, which was like one of those packs you were able to get as well by progressing through the season, and we opened one of those guaranteed Premier League Prime Players packs, which we got an 84 rated Rui Patricio from. But yeah, in this game, we unfortunately ended up losing 1-0, even though we were the better team. Yeah, unfortunately just weren't able to score really. But then in the 65th minute in the second half, it is 𝐷𝐸𝐴𝐸𝐴𝐸 there puts himself on the score sheet. And also in this game, we actually did play against another duo of co-op, which yeah, made, you know, the kind of play style a little bit different as well, but a lot of fun. I just really wish that you were able to invite like 2 more friends, so you could do like a proper 2vs2. But hopefully that's something EA will add throughout the year. You never know, or maybe it's something they will add in FIFA 22, which would be a little bit disappointing. But maybe it's there for next gen. You never know. But anyway, in this game, we almost ended up actually conceding another goal there after we conceded the 2-2 pretty late. But yeah, we ended up drawing that game. I think also one of the objectives was to reach like a certain amount of rival points, which was the main thing I had in mind by playing these games with a friend of mine. So yeah, we were on our way to hopefully reach anyway that specific rank or specific amount, which I think was like 3,500 rival points that we needed. And yeah, in this game, we ended up being 2-0 up from that corner goal you can see right there, after we almost scored a bike. Then we conceded one. Then after that, my buddy scores a really nice goal with, I think Ben Yedder it was. Yeah, very nice body feint to a rainbow flick. Beautiful finish there from him. Then my opponent gets himself another goal on the score sheet there with Lionel Messi, where he sort of put some pressure on us. But then in the 65th minute, after a beautiful run there from the AI from Memphis, we go for the rainbow flick. to the sort of scorpion shot to the fancy finish, where we finally get the goal in this episode after my buddy actually missed one earlier. We score a beautiful finish there with 𝐴𝐴. Love the way it went past Alisson, and also the way the ball actually stayed kind of low. Really, really nice finish. So 4-2 it was. But then in the 75th minute, my buddy actually went on the run here with 𝐴𝐴. Lovely little skill run there, where he goes on the run all by himself. Lovely roulette there as well to beat Diego Carlos, and then went for the 1-foot spin there to a Rabona shot. But we unfortunately hit the post. Could have been a really nice goal as well to end off that game. But ended up winning 4-2. Scored some great goals, including that fancy rainbow flick shot. And in case you haven't seen that tutorial yet, there should be a link available for you guys in the description down below to like the skills tutorial playlist. I still get so many clips sent by you guys daily on my Instagram and Twitter that you guys score those cool goals. So keep them coming. And into the next game we went. It was bullshit time again, where this time it was actually in our favor. We got a penalty for us, which didn't make any sense, as my opponent just gently touched the ball or just tackled the ball away. I think it was Ben Yedder or Memphis who was in front of goal. But we scored from that, made it 1-0. Then my buddy tried to go for a crazy sombrero to volley, which a couple FIFAs ago probably would have gone in, but this time it completely went over the bar. And then from that goal kick, we managed to intercept the ball back. My buddy goes on a really nice run there with some in-air flicks with 𝐴𝐴. Loved the way he was able to beat the final defender and scores a really nice goal, make it 2-0. And then again, it was bullshit time, where this time we gave away a penalty, which in my eyes again, obviously was not a penalty. And on top of that, we also get a yellow card with Mendy. So I literally just can't get my head around how referees are in this game. Me being a beta tester, I test the game out like months before the game gets released. And we do obviously notice a lot of bugs when we play, because I tested this game back in, I think, July. And even some of the stuff that you still see daily was in that beta. And when you give them feedback, like, it just seems like they don't do anything with the feedback. But when they bring out like the pitch notes and say like, oh, this stuff is fixed, that stuff is fixed, it never actually is fixed. So I seriously can't get my head around how they're like trying to make this game playable for us. And obviously I know a lot of people at EA, because I speak to them most of the time, like throughout the week. I know that they obviously don't like that people are complaining on social media, but when this stuff doesn't get fixed, when there are people like saying that it needs to be fixed, like I get where those people come from. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's just something I really hope to see getting fixed with next gen. That's my hope anyway for this year's game, to kind of save it, because it's an absolute disaster how some of the stuff that has been in the game for ages still hasn't been fixed, basically. But anyway, the objective of this episode was completed, where we did reach the certain amount of rival points we needed. We also opened I think one rare player pack, where we got Donny van de Beek from Manchester United, which I still don't get why he doesn't start all the time for United, me being a United fan as well. But you could see that we unfortunately were still a lot of points away of 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐻. I also went out and took a look at the amount of objectives we still had to complete. I think at the time we only had like 21 hours, so it was going to be a race against the clock, but I ended up not really trying that much anymore, simply because I couldn't be bothered to play like 60 games or something. I needed for like all the objectives to be completed. We still do complete one of the players you see in the background tone, that is 𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐞, which you will see in the next episode. You will also see some FUT Champions highlights in the next episode, and I'm going to be trying to upload 2 episodes tomorrow for you guys. One which also includes my Division Rival rewards, as well as my Weekend League rewards. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that as well. And if you of course do look forward to it, then make sure to show your support on the video. Drop a like, would be massively appreciated. And of course, if you're new around here, subscribe and hit the notification bell as well for more videos. But anyway, that's the end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check me out on Facebook as well, fb.gg/𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐞 to watch Skill into Glory live, basically. So that's the end. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.